the Civil War. Great-grandpa Boedeker. What?
These are Mimi's parents.
Mimi's grandparents.
So your great
Grandma Dave's parents. Great-grandma Dave's parents. Anyway, there's a lot of history. Three battles. The Civil War, people came back and they tell the story. He saved the life of and that's how he bought his first farm.
The park is here on the right. This used to be the grocery store here on the left with the roofs falling in. That bandstand, they would actually bring in entertainment and things, you know, and people would gather in the park. The Leather Lace Company that your grandpa had was this old rusted building here on the right. That was, they had a Leather Lace Company that he sold. The grocery store is, the drugstore is this thing that's tore down right here on the right. It was a brick building that, holy cow. The hotel was on the left here. Well, that's where the food is, I guess.
Well, where's the bar? Or is that
That's the bar.
That's the bar.
in the
Now
old
was the
hotel.
hotel.
Oh.
And see, the railroad tracks were here, just straight ahead. And this was kind of a stop-off place for the train. Was a regular stop.
It was across the street, and Clyde
Big store was here on the front.
That's the vault.
Yeah, and on that corner, Marie worked. Anyway, we had a wonderful home, and as a child, I thought we were wealthy. Slid in the mud and fell down, and he said, "That's it, Hank. I'm not going to be a farmer." He moved to town, Parnell, and rented a room in a house. And he said he thought, who is the most respected man in the community? He said he gave that a lot of thought, and finally he thought, well, everyone goes to the banker for advice. So he went to see the bank, and they had some stock for sale, and they gave him the job as secretary. So he bought the stock, became secretary, and 2 years later, the drugstore came for sale. Well, he thought, it's nice to be a banker, but even better to own your own business. So he sold his stock in the bank and became a druggist, but he had to hire the town doctor to pass out prescriptions since he wasn't a pharmacist. So anyway, this went on for 2 or 3 years. Then one of the directors of the bank died, so his stock was for sale. And Dad thought, well, it's nice to be one, and then it's better to be the other. But even better yet is to be both a banker and a druggist. Well, that went along, and the babies kept coming, and pretty soon the economy, there was a crash, a run on the bank, and friends of mine in Kearney, his father was a banker, and the first thing he did was pull his money out. Well, we have to feel very good that our father had higher moral level. Anyway, he put every penny he could scrape and get trying to save the bank, but it still failed. So there was a run on the bank, and they just couldn't pay. So he then worked full-time in the drugstore, and a man from Funk, Nebraska came to town. He had just finished pharmacy school in Lincoln, and he was looking to buy a pharmacy. Well, that worked out right for Dad, and he sold the drugstore to him. Then he decided, he and Harley Nye, friend from church decided to manufacture bootlaces. So they bought the cowhide and they one building in Parnell, and they manufactured the laces. Then Brent would go around the country. He would travel 6 weeks at a time. He would drive through Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, and then make a swoop back through the upper Midwest and come home, and he would be home about 2 weeks. And then he would take off again, and he would go up to Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, and swing back home. And this went on for a number of years, and then there wasn't enough money coming in for the Nye families and the Messbarger family, so there had to be a meeting to buy and sell. So Father Bonaventure, who was the pastor in Parnell, arranged this meeting, a buy and sell meeting, and they went, and we were all thinking that Dad was going to be the owner of the Parnell Lace Company. Well, he came home from it, he didn't get to buy the business, and he was dejected. Harley and I did it. So then he decided to start his own business, and he started the Messbarger Leather Lace Company. And out of the basement of that little house in Parnell that you saw today, there was a deal to cut leather and a tip machine and cutting, knife cutters. And anyway, Francis and Loretta would do the tipping of the, and Francis would, and John would turn the deal cutting the leather laces. And this went on for, I can't tell you the exact time, but it was very hard on the family, with Dad being gone 6 weeks at a time and Mom having all these little kids. Anyway, Father Bonaventure, there again, got it. He must have been involved in politics some way, because he got Dad a job with the Missouri Unemployment Compensation Commission, and he stayed with that the rest of his life. It became the from the Missouri Unemployment Compensation Commission to the Missouri Employment Office, anyway, several different names. But it was a wonderful life we had, and I don't know of any other questions.
So why you moved to St. Joe?
Well, parochial education was very important to my mother. She had gone to boarding school here at Clyde, she and her sister. And Parnell, the high school, she felt that her children should be in a Catholic school. So that's the only time I know that she ever put her foot down with Fred Messbarger. And she insisted that we go to St. Joe where we could be in Catholic education. And the house that they had paid $18,000, no, $14,000 that they built brand new, they sold for $1,800 in Parnell. But the furniture truck came, the horse got sold, we moved to St. Joe, and as Chick remembers, and Dick, we had high-top shoes that we wore in Parnell, and we wore overalls. Well, in the Catholic school, that wasn't considered appropriate attire. So we had to buy corduroy pants or dress pants and regular shoes. Anyway, it was a marvelous deal. All of us kids had jobs. In the 8th grade, my job was to get a job at Gerry Ann's cafeteria, washing dishes and bussing tables. And from that, I went on to carrying paper, from that to working at West Half, from that to working at the packing house, from that to working at Meadow Gold Dairy, from that to working at Brownie Grocery and Fred Walder's Groceries. And anyway, all of us boys had to have jobs, and we had to pay our own tuition at the Catholic school. That was just, and you didn't even think second thing about it. It was just a matter of fact you did it.
Do you remember how much it was?
Beg your
Do
pardon?
you remember how much tuition was?
$75 a year at CB in 1944, 45, 46, 47. Anyway, we had wonderful lives, and we always thought we were wealthy, or I did, but obviously we were tough times. And we slept, you said 9 people, or 11 people sleeping in one house. We slept 3 to a bed. I slept John and Francis and me, and I was in the middle, and I'd get an elbow or a knee. You'd moved, you'd get it, and usually, even Ginny said she had to sleep with one of the little boys and they'd pee all over her. But anyway, it was a wonderful life.
Had to be Dick or I.
Clyde. And I tried to talk Francis into coming down for this reunion. I said, you must have fond memories of your time in Clyde. I'm going to, hell no, I hated every minute of
Was there a Catholic high school in Parnell?
No.
it. No,
So that's why you all moved to St. Joe?
Yes.
The Catholic education
For-
ended in 8th grade?
Catholic high school.
And so Francis and Loretta and John?
No, Francis and
went
Loretta.
to Clark-
John went to Parnell High until his junior year. But no, they did drive every day back and forth.
To go to the Catholic high school?
Go to, yeah, over at
Clyde.
Clyde.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And that town had two non-Catholics in school, but the state subsidized it. It was a Catholic primarily population. There was two non-Catholic families that went, they still got the public school subsidy.